What's up, everybody? We got a new video for you today at the Wallace Farm and Sawmill, and teamwork makes the dream work. I'm about to show you guys how my wife and I think that was proper English, maybe.
It was good. I've been teaching 6th grade all morning.
Yes, so we are gonna show you guys how we take care of the teamwork around this farm. We are headed over right now to the sawmill with a 16-foot pine log. You guys might be asking, what are you guys doing with a 16-foot pine log? What are we doing, Miss Brittany? Let them know.
We are finishing the top to our barn, so these will be our lathing strips.
So these are the strips that will go horizontally, left to right, lengthways of the barn. There will be like a 6-inch overhang on each side of the barn, and then the 10 will overhang 2 inches from that. That's the way we got it planned. And so basically this is the strips that go to the rafters that the 10 attaches to. So we got a good 16-foot log. So 16 times 2 is 32 feet. The barn is only 30 feet. So we may have to figure out our break points to alternate them. We may have to put a short piece in here or there so we don't have all of our lathing strips break points in one spot. We don't want to do that. But we had this 16-foot log saved to the side specifically for this. It's not the straightest, I won't say straight, the cleanest. It has a little few knots and whatever, so there may be some 1x4s within this log that won't get used. Not sure, just have to saw it to see, but let's get to it. One of the questions we get quite often is why not take the tractor directly and put them directly onto the sawmill and skip the loader of the sawmill, you know, the loading arms. Let me answer that for you right now. I actually just tried that, and I do it all the time. Sometimes on smaller logs, I just send them right onto the sawmill. I did not do it this time. This log, I have a 20-foot opening. It only had about a foot on each side as I brought it in, so it's not a 16-foot. That's probably closer to an 18-foot log. And it's pretty big. I would say it's probably 20 inches across the face down here. And if I had it in a high angle to just roll that on off of the tractor, it would have slammed into the backstops. And, well, that's being rough. And I want my sawmill to last for a good long time. The loading arms have an angle in which they slowly roll them off, and sometimes the angle is not enough that the log gets right to the point of rolling and doesn't roll, and that's actually, in my opinion, better than just quick slinging them and then, you know, slamming them into your backstops. I wanted to just try to ease this one up there. Due to the size and shape of the log, it did not want to roll. So guys, we're using a loading arm this time. It's just safer on this log for the sawmill, because if you slam a really big log real hard against those backstops, you have the chance of bending things and maybe even turning the sawmill over. I have mine bolted down, but you could. So if you guys got a sawmill out there, do be careful using these big loaders and stuff, because this is a 60-horse Kubota tractor. It's not huge, however, it would literally flip the sawmill over if you were to do something incorrectly.
So sometimes slow and steady does win the race. We got this log up there, nice, and it didn't slam or anything. So we got the log loaded, and before we saw it, Tyler wanted to make sure that the band blade was sharp and in good condition, and I got to fill the water up. So let's get to that. It's always easier carrying the water jug to the water hose than it is carrying it back when it's full. Now let's go check on Tyler. What you got going on in here?
Doing a little sharpening on our cooked cat claw sharpener. Just knocking the dust off of it, so to speak. Doing a little light grind. A full sweep grind. You want a light touch on the face and a full sweep all the way through.
Alright, blade's back on, the water's refilled. Now we're hoping to get 20 1x4s out of this log.
Okay, so teamwork makes the dream work, right? We're gonna set the camera up and Brittany and I are gonna show you how we get the long stuff off the sawmill, because neither one of us can do this solo. This takes a team. I'll be weak in the middle.
I know. It might hold.
Pull yours, is.
Think you can fold yours over.
That is my plan.
Got it. So you can see Tyler's cutting these into 2 inches right here. They're not going to make 1x4s, so we're going to turn them into 2x4s. And we'll get on into the log, and that'll be our 1x4. There's some trash stuck under there.
we interrupt your scheduled programming here to show you guys, or rather tell you guys, exactly what we're doing here. We got them cut to the 3.5, 4-inch mark, and well, nominal 3.5. 3.5 wide is what we're doing. They're not technically 1x4s, but I turned them up. What I'm gonna do until I saw down a couple layers and get to the clean, straight, full-length pieces, I will take some pallet wood off the top. So we'll send some of that out to be chopped up for pallet wood, and we need 20 good 1-bys out of that log, and that should give me 10 per side. And I'll probably cut a couple extra, maybe 4 or 5 extra, just in case pieces for anywhere there's a weird knot that doesn't look very strong. Our rafters are on 2-foot centers, so we're gonna go with 1 inch thick, full 1 inch thick, and it's gonna be fine. We did 4-foot centers on the bottom rafters down there on those wings, and we went with 1.5 inch thick. So we won't need that thick up here because we have way more rafters. Let's get to it. Now we're back to that teamwork thing. We got to remove these from the sawmill over to here. We could scoop them all up. However, the bottom 2 or 3 boards are staying on the sawmill to be cut into something else. So Britt's headed over to that side, and we're just gonna do like a from here to there, alternating off. Okay, we'll catch a clip getting a couple of these off here. These are around 18 feet long, so a little awkward to carry. Yeah. Knots breaking out 1 foot in on those. So. Probably got extras. Force just about right for that. Yeah. Yep. We knew there'd be some. Doing a little squaring right now. We went down the middles on all 4 sides and just getting everything held up square before we lathe out the top. May go ahead and get it square and lathe out the sides first. So we're standing out in the sun, doing some work, getting extra hot. It's actually unseasonably hot right now.
It really is.
And not complaining, but we could use some rain. And we got some of the stripping put on. We're not gonna go super far in detail here on getting strip on the actual building, the lathing. We just wanted to show you guys what kind of teamwork that it could take to get the 18-foot stuff, or actually ended up being 17.5 foot. But yeah, it's a lot to handle, that long stuff. So not sure how much more we'll do on this video, but I will conclude it here in a little bit. Okay, so since the topic was teamwork and we're getting winding down towards the end of the day, I did want to give you guys a little update on our team of Belgian horses. So, we're about a week and a half to 2 weeks out from my new harnesses that will be a matching set being finished. And they will then be able to be worked as a team. Now, we've been working them single. They've been on about a 4 or 5 day rest now because I have not had enough time with trying to get the barn finished up. But I will plan on working them today, tomorrow, and the next day consecutively. And we are going to show you guys some clips of that working to our sled that we built and let you guys get some, some footage of working our horses and see how that's going for us. But both of them are working really well. They're really hard to catch in the field, if you can tell.
Yeah, right.
Somebody had asked, do we turn them out or leave them in the stalls? This is this big field. They get turned out in this paddock. It's right at an acre that they get turned out on. And they're doing good. If you look right here, I'll try to step around here and let you see the big old belly on him right there. They're getting all the groceries they want, and we are enjoying the boys. Now, I don't know, I would say they're not going to enjoy the work we're going to do over the next couple of days, but that would be a story. They meet me at the gate. They let me hitch them up. They've been really easy. It's been deceptively easy to work these two guys.
It really
now,
is.
I don't know if that means that these two guys are just really good, because they've not, I mean, I started them fresh. They had never been worked, 2-year-old, 3-year-old. And, yeah, so you never know. I told her I trusted the wilder ones sometimes more because you would go through the process. They would have a breakdown and then you'd build. But these guys just keep doing good, so I'm watching these guys. We are gonna wind this video down now. It was all about teamwork. We showed you our team of Belgian horses, and we did a bunch of teamwork together handling that 17-foot, 6-inch long log. We got a few boards wrapped around. My buddy Joe's planning on coming over one day this week, kind of rock everything in, get everything zipped in and held firm and square. Once we get all that done, we'll step up on the roof, lathe that joker out.
Well, there's a Belgian on this side and a Tyler on this side.
And we are all big and rough, so I'm just going to say that now. We will wind this down, guys. I'm enjoying these big boys. I've been putting the groceries to them, trying to keep them big and robust because we're going to work them. We're going to raise and pull a lot of logs. We're just going to pull a lot of logs with these guys. Anyway, I'm rambling. Till next time, guys.
See ya.
Check out the links in the description below.